Good evening, my friends, and welcome to another episode of Terror Radio Podcast. If this is your first time joining me, then welcome. This is a podcast dedicated in bringing you the best of horror and thriller, old-time radio broadcasts, as well as original stories. I'm your host, Keith, aka the Radio Show Nerd, and tonight's episode is a combination of one and done and lesser known but equally entertaining. Meaning, if this is your first time joining me, I like to feature more obscure radio programs, whether they aired once or were on the airwaves for a few years but just aren't as widely known as some of the more popular series as Lights Out, Inner Sanctum, Suspense, etc. So, without further ado, this is Terror Radio. The two radio series that will be highlighted tonight are Violence and The 11th Hour. Now, a quick rundown on both programs. Violence only aired once on CBS, May 8th, 1952, and it was an audition recording, which we would refer to as a pilot episode, and unfortunately it wasn't picked up. The name of the radio play is Case of Arthur Bowman, and it stars Harry Bartell, Dick Beals, and was directed by Norman MacDonald. Now, would I consider this to be horror? No, but I do find it a bit suspenseful, and it put me in the mindset of Law and Order for some reason. Following that is The 11th Hour. Wasn't able to find out too much information on this series other than it was based out of South Africa and began in 1941 and may have ended in 1946. Being out of all the episodes, only one had a date, and that was February 27th, 1946. The radio play tonight is entitled Lord Marley's Guest, and this was written by Willis Cooper, who was the creator of the radio series Lights Out, and this was performed on Lights Out numerous times, but I do like this adaptation also. So, you know the drill. Sit back, turn down the lights, and listen to Case of Arthur Bowman, followed by Lord Marley's Guest.
Violence. True stories of why crimes are committed. Presented in the hope that these factual cases will help you, the citizens, to understand the forces that motivate crime and to aid in its prevention. This is the story of violence.
Practically every modern law enforcement agency today employs the services of a consultant whose job it is to discover the true motives behind the prisoner's act against society. One of these consultants is Dr. Richard Morley. This is his report on the case of Arthur Bowman, who committed murder.
May 5th. The district attorney presented to me details of the murder and subsequent confession by the prisoner Arthur Bowman. It was a particularly brutal crime, strangulation and beating. The accused man was highly emotional during police questioning. He freely admitted to the crime but denied a motive. Bowman had no previous record, and neighbors testified to his excellent character. I had my first interview with the murderer that afternoon in the prison. Hello, Mr. Bowman. I'm Dr. Morley. I've come here to help you find out why this happened.
I don't know. I don't know. I've told them.
That's all right. Cigarette?
No.
You sure? It's all right if you want to.
Thanks.
I'd like to ask you one or two things.
I don't know.
How old are you, Mr. Baldwin?
44.
I understand you have a couple of children.
Yes.
Boys?
Boy, a girl. Look, I don't want to answer any more questions. Why don't you go away?
Tell me about them.
I love them. Sure I do. They're good kids. What's going to happen to them? I must have been crazy. I must...
What about your wife? Were you happy before this happened?
I don't know. I don't... Listen, you're a doctor. I know why you're here. Will you help me? Please.
We'll see.
So that you can put me in an electric chair. That's why you're here, isn't it?
No. That's not the reason.
I'd tell you why, if I could.
I know. Tell me, Mr. Bowman, what about when you were a kid? Big family?
4. I was the oldest. Jack was the baby and the 2 girls.
Mm-hmm. Did you have fun?
I guess so, sometimes. My mother was pretty strict. I had to help her take care of the others. It was rough on my mother. She had the baby when I was 10. You know how it is.
Yes.
I didn't want it to be that way with my kids. I wanted them to have fun. I guess she couldn't understand the way I felt.
Your wife, May?
Yeah, May. Like the time I wanted to take them all on a boat ride up the river for a day. I planned it for a surprise on Sunday. I told her about it Saturday night after the kids.
Get another dishcloth, Arthur. That one's getting wet.
Sure. May,
What?
I got an idea. We doing anything tomorrow?
No.
Good. What do you say if we take the kids up the river tomorrow? You know, a picnic. They'd have a fine time on the boat. The Henrys are going.
Oh, fine. That's just fine. I suppose you made the date just like that. You didn't ask me, of course. You don't stop to think that I got the kids every day, day in and day out.
No, I didn't say...
You don't think maybe I'd like to go out on Sunday? Do something that I want to do.
I thought you'd like it.
Oh, yeah. Wouldn't that be nice? You and Doug Henry go off and talk about fishing. I'm stuck with the kids and Nancy. That'd be fun for me,
I
wouldn't it?
wouldn't go with Doug.
I'll bet you wouldn't. Like the last time you went bowling. What time was it you got in?
Do we have to go through that again?
That's just the way you are. Just nothing but selfish. You're not thinking of me or the kids. It's just you. Well, I'm tired, too. You can think of me for once.
I think of you.
Oh, get out of my kitchen. I'm sick of it.
Did you go on the boat?
Yeah, we went. Guess she wanted to show me what a great sacrifice she was making.
What about this fellow, Henry? Doug, you said? A friend?
Yeah, Doug's all right. We go bowling together every week. We used to.
You said something about coming home late one night.
Yeah. We got through bowling early, and Doug wanted a beer. I don't drink much. I guess I never liked it. But I said, okay, we could talk.
Everything all right, sir?
Oh, everything's great, honey, great. Another beer for me and my friend.
No more for me,
Don't
Doug.
listen to him, honey. He thinks he's getting old. 2 beers.
Sure, right away.
Artie, I saw you.
Nice-looking kid, huh?
Doug, do you have any fun at home?
Huh?
You know what I mean. How do you get along with Nancy?
Boy, she gets along with me. That's the way it is in my house. She gets along with me or else.
But do you have any fun?
Sure we do. I'm Tom Rover, the fun-loving Rover boy.
I guess it would be nice.
Huh?
Oh, I don't know. That beer's kind of strong, you know, and I'm not used to it.
Makes a man of you. A couple of more and you don't feel any pain, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's it. Oh. Shh. Hey. Oh. Hello, May.
Do you know what time it is?
No.
It's after 1. Nearly 2. Where have you been?
With Doug. Gee, I didn't realize it was so late. You've been waiting up?
You're drunk.
Oh, I had a couple of beers with Doug, that's all.
Doug?
Sure, we got through bowling early.
Did you?
Oh, May, I'm sorry. Listen.
No, you listen. I'm fed up. Coming home in the middle of the night, drunk. Disgusting. I'm ashamed for the neighbors. The kids.
Oh, May, don't. I'm just sorry. I didn't do anything.
Get away from me.
But I only want to kiss you.
Kiss? You. I wish you were.
What? You wish I was what?
Keep your voice down.
Maybe I wish sometimes, too. Huh? Maybe I do.
Stop it. You'll wake up the kids.
Well, let them wake up. Do them good. Dirty little spoiled brats. Let them wake. May, I'm sorry. I didn't mean what I said, May. Please, I'm sorry. May.
That was the conclusion of the first questioning of Arthur Bowman. There was no doubt that he was aware of the magnitude of his crime. He'd shown a marked hostility to his wife in his statements. There'd been no attempt to hide that, or his feeling of guilt concerning the night when he'd arrived home from his bowling party with Douglas Henry. On May 7th, Bowman spoke of his job, his employer and the employer's secretary. His position with the company was minor, and he felt a great frustration in that fact. Other younger men came into the business and were promoted. He was not. Here, Bowman returned to his feeling of remorse over his wife and children. He wanted to talk about the puppy, which was brought into the home 2 weeks before the murder.
She brought it for the kids. They all made a big fuss about it. I never liked dogs much. One night I came home, I was
Hey, look at Pinky. He tied it under his chin.
That's my fishing hat. Give me
He didn't do anything, Pa.
Why did you hit him? He didn't do anything. Come on, Pinky. It's all right. Come on.
What's the matter? Oh. Hello, Arthur.
Look what that dog did to my hat. Look.
You've had it ever since I can remember. Now you can get a new one. It was filthy anyway.
Daddy hit Pinky, Mama. He's under the couch and he won't come out.
We've got to get rid of that dog. I won't have my things destroyed. We've got to get rid of it.
You're acting like a child. Hitting a baby puppy.
It's all right, Pinky. It's all right.
Let me hold him. He's mine.
All right, children, take him in the kitchen. It's time for his supper.
Come on,
Come on.
You better get washed up, Arthur. As soon as the puppy's fed, we'll eat.
Do you know why you didn't like the dog, Mr. Bowman?
Oh, I don't know. My mother had one when I was a kid. It was a big dog. I remember it bit me, and I was scared of it, but she kept it anyway.
Did you get rid of him? I mean, your children's puppy.
Well, I wanted to, but they wouldn't let me. Always babying it. It made me sick. Then one morning, I was on my way to work. I was a couple of minutes late. Mr. Heston, he's my boss, like I told you. He's always giving me a funny look when I'm late. Well, the car was parked in the driveway. I hadn't put it away the night.
Arthur!
Yes?
Have you seen Pinky?
No.
We go down to the backyard. See if he's in the garage.
I haven't got time. I'm late. Tell Terry to.
All right, but look under the car, though, before you drive out. He might be there.
Okay. Oh, I hope there isn't much traffic. I'm going to be late. Oh, I forgot to look. I didn't look. I did it. I killed it.
Heart disease is one of America's first causes of disability and death. Your gifts have greatly helped our scientists and doctors in gaining new knowledge about this disease. Let's keep on helping them until every heart in America is protected. Please mail a generous gift to Heart, care of your local post office. And now, back to violence.
The motive behind Arthur Bowman's act of murder was becoming increasingly evident. The effect upon him by the domineering and strict mother was aggravated in later life by his unhappy and frustrated wife. The killing of the dog functioned only as a detonator. The total explosion was yet to come. On May the 9th, we held our fourth interview.
I've been thinking about what we were talking of last time. The dog.
Yes.
Well, why didn't I look under the car when May told me to? I was late, but I didn't want to run over it. I never do a thing like that.
Do you think it's possible that you did want to get rid of it, and not looking was an easy way? Your excuse?
No, I didn't even know it was there under the car.
You didn't look. It might have been. What happened at home after the dog was run over?
Well, they wouldn't talk to me. May, the kids, they thought it was my fault. I felt like I did when I was a kid. And one day I hit the baby, and my mother made a big fuss about it. She didn't talk to me for a week.
Did you feel that May was behaving the way your mother did?
I guess so.
Did you resent it?
Well, I was sorry about the dog, but it was only a dog. They didn't have any right to treat me like that.
Did you feel that they'd given to the dog the affection that you wanted?
Sure, that's what they did. Man comes home tired from work, and all he hears is what the dog did. Nobody cared what I did.
You were telling me a little about your job the other day, Mr. Bowman. Your employer's name is Heston, isn't it?
Yeah, I've been there for 9 years.
You said you were in the accounting department?
Yeah. I should have been the head of it a long time ago, but it's all politics.
Was Mr. Heston unfair to you?
Oh, I don't know. He didn't like me much, always making cracks. Like the time I was getting ready to quit for the day a couple of weeks ago.
Was that before the dog was run over?
No, after 7 or 8 days.
All through, Arthur?
Just about.
Boss wants to see you before you go.
Oh?
Take it easy, Arthur. I'll see you in the morning.
Yes? Oh. Hello, Arthur. Say, I wonder if you'd like to take on some extra work. Shouldn't take you more than a week or so. You can do it at home.
Well, I don't know, Mr. Heston. Couldn't one of the other boys...
Well, yes, they could. But I thought it might be a good thing for you. It's an important account. We want it done right. You're our best man, you know, Arthur.
I guess I could try it, Mr. Heston, if you think it's all right. I mean, if it's that important, maybe the chief ought to handle it.
Oh. You know, Arthur, the trouble with you is you're afraid of yourself. You ought to do something about that.
Well, sure, Mr. Heston, if you think
No, it's all right. I'll give it to the chief. See you in the morning, Arthur. Thanks for dropping in.
Can I have some more potatoes, Ma?
Ellen, pass your brother the potatoes.
He'll get fat if he eats too many, won't he?
Oh, you shut up.
Don't say shut up to your sister, Terry.
May,
Yes?
boss wanted me to do some extra work this week.
Oh?
Know what I told him? I said, no, Mr. Heston. That's what I said. Can you imagine? Now he's trying to get me to do everybody else's job as well. Not good enough for promotion.
Maybe it'd have been smart to take it.
For what? I know Heston. He's waiting for me to make a mistake so he can ease me out. Well, I'm smart. I'm not making any mistakes.
Oh, you're smart. All right. Get your hand out of the butter, Terry. Oh, yes, you're so smart. Everybody's wrong, and you're right. Don't stay on the right side of the boss. You tell him how smart you are. You know everything.
You think I should have done it?
All I know is you've had the same job for 9 years. 4 raises. I noticed Doug Henry's the head of his department at the store.
You're siding with Heston, too, huh? Everything I do stinks. Everything anybody else does.
Don't you use that language in front of the children.
Shut up! Shut up! And that dog.
Arthur Bowman's pressures were reaching a highly dangerous stage. Had there been an outlet, a release from his frustrations and fears? Had he been able to voice these thoughts, a murder might never have taken place. But the boiling point had been reached. Having killed once, it was only a question of time before he lost complete control of his hostile feelings. On the 10th of May, he began to tell me about the day which ended in death.
I guess I didn't eat much for breakfast that morning.
What were you thinking about when you left home to go to work?
I don't know.
Well, what was your attitude toward your wife, then? I mean, did you want to make up?
No, I didn't.
Had your children annoyed you that morning, or the night before?
They were siding with her. It was like with the dog, only maybe worse. I had a lot of work to do that afternoon. Must have been about 5 when Mr. Heston came out of his office.
Arthur. Would you take a look at this for a minute?
Well, sure, Mr. Heston.
There seems to be a discrepancy in the figures for the Southern Metals April accounts. You took care of these, didn't you?
Yes, sir.
Well, they've been checked twice now, their boys and the chief. I'm afraid you made a slip.
I'm sorry, Mr. Heston.
No, it's all right. Just be more careful, will you? We can't fool around with $50,000 that belongs to someone else, you know.
I'm sorry, Mr. Heston. It won't happen again.
All right, sure. It's okay.
You all right, Arthur?
Huh? Oh, sure.
Don't let it get you. You're entitled to one mistake.
Oh, yes.
That reminds me, could you do me a favor?
Oh, I guess so.
My car's in the garage. Won't be ready until tomorrow. Would you drop me off on your way home? Unless you're...
Oh, no, that's okay. Sure, be glad to.
Thanks. Penny for your thoughts, Arthur.
They're not worth it, really.
You're not unhappy about Mr. Heston calling you down this afternoon, are you?
No.
He likes you. He does. Trouble with you, Arthur, is you don't let people like you, you know?
I guess so.
Listen, I want to talk to you. I've been meaning to for quite a while. There's a bar on the next block. I usually stop by for a drink on the way. I'll let you buy me a martini. How's that?
Well...
Come on, I won't tell your wife. You're safe with me.
All right. I don't drink, though. Well, maybe a beer.
Oh, I would have bet it was a beer. You can park in the back over there. Here's to you, Arthur. Don't you ever drink anything except beer?
No, I don't drink much.
I can see that. This is my second. You're still nursing your first.
I'm sorry.
Oh, for heaven's sake. Stop being sorry. That's the first thing. Why are you always sorry?
I don't know.
I'll tell you something. You know what Mr. Heston thinks about you?
No.
Well, I'm going to tell you, and it's for your own good.
Sure, I understand.
He thinks you're wishy-washy. He thinks you've got what it takes, but you're wishy-washy.
I don't...
You know Heston. He's a nice guy, but he wants a man to say what he thinks. Well, you've been sitting behind that adding machine for 9 years. You could have been head of department by now, even Heston's assistant, but you're wishy-washy.
I guess that's the way I am.
There you go again. You don't even fight. Don't you ever fight? I'm telling you this for your own good, Arthur.
I know.
What does your wife say?
Well, she says the same thing, I suppose.
There you are. Don't you ever get mad? Don't you want to hit somebody, make them listen to you?
No, I don't get mad.
That's the trouble. You're a good-looking man, Arthur. You're not so old. You could do big things. But you've got to stop being wishy-washy.
If I hadn't got married when I did, I was very young then, you know. Maybe I'd be different. Maybe that's it.
Don't you love your wife?
I don't know. I think so. I don't know.
You ought to go out on a binge. That's what you need. And I'm the girl who can take care of it. Call the waiter, Arthur. A nice, loud voice now. You call him.
Yeah, sure. Waiter!
I'm 33, Arthur. Next month I'll be 34. You don't see me worrying, do you?
No, you're all right, Ellen.
Yeah. Listen, my drinking alone. What's the matter with you? That's still your first.
I'll have another in a while.
No, like that puppy dog you were telling me about. You should have told him it's too bad. I did it. We'll get another. Forget it. You shouldn't brood.
I know. You're right.
Yeah, I guess it's tough. And you got a wife like May.
But you don't know her, Eileen. You might think differently.
Yeah, I'll bet. Nag, nag, nag. No wonder. I feel sorry for you. Oh, well, I guess we better be going, huh? What's the time?
11.
Hey, we better. You're going to get it. Come on. You turn right at the block after next. That's my street, Arthur.
Yes.
You mad because of the way I talked tonight?
No.
It's for your own good. I hate to see you sitting in the office like you do, a nice-looking fellow like you.
It's all right.
Listen, you can come up for a nightcap if you want. I haven't got any beer, but I'll be glad
I'd like to, Eileen, but...
Well, then, if you'd like to, come on up.
Well...
It's on the right, beyond the empty lot there.
All right.
You know, if I was a man, next time your wife made any kind of a crack, stand up for yourself. Tell her what you think. Oh, this is it, Arthur. Home, sweet home. You coming up?
I don't think I'd better. Thanks, anyway.
Arthur. Arthur. Oh, you kill me. You really do. You're even afraid of me. You're afraid of yourself. You're afraid of your wife. I know what's the matter with you.
It's late, Eileen.
You're
I'd better...
wishy-washy. That's what you are.
Please don't say that anymore.
Just a little thing like having a nightcap in a girl's apartment and you act like a scared kid. Oh, boy, what a husband you'd make.
Please don't say anymore.
Maybe I'm wrong about your wife. Maybe she's the one I should feel sorry for.
Shut up.
She's got to put up with you every day.
Shut up. Stop it.
Arthur, you're wishy-washy. That's what you are, wishy-washy.
Stop it. Stop it.
Well, you are. You're afraid of me and you're afraid of...
I'll kill you.
What did you do after that?
I knew she was dead. I just opened the door. She fell out on the sidewalk. I went home.
Do you know that it was wrong to kill her?
Yes. Yes, I know.
How did you feel toward your wife then?
I was sorry, I guess. I mean, the trouble it's going to mean. But why, Doctor? Why did I kill? Why did I kill Eileen? Why?
Why did Arthur Bowman kill a comparative stranger? It might have been any woman, any stranger. It happened to be Eileen. She'd treated him as had all the others in his life who had dominated and frustrated him. And although his semi-conscious resentment was directed toward his wife, he could no more kill her than he could have killed his own mother. His repressed angers had reached the point of explosion. Had he, throughout his life, been able to voice these emotions, he would not have resorted to violence.
Arthur Bowman was brought to trial in August. More than 24 witnesses, including his employer, John Heston, appeared in his behalf. The defense based their case on the fact that the defendant was not conscious of the wrongful nature of the act at the time he committed the crime. In a moment, we will tell you the outcome of this case.
Science is now undertaking one of the most intensive research programs in history as it battles the menace of cancer. To continue this vital research, we must all join the cancer crusade of the American Cancer Society. Strike back at cancer. Give generously to your unit of the American Cancer Society. Now for the outcome of the trial of Arthur Bowman.
The attempt on the part of the defense to prove Bowman legally insane was unsuccessful, and the jury found him guilty. He was convicted of murder.
Violence, the story of a true crime, is written by Anthony Ellis. Harry Bartell is Dr. Richard Morley. Supporting Mr. Bartell were Ted Osborne as Arthur Bowman, Jeanette Nolan as May, and Virginia Gregg as Eileen. Featured in the cast were Lou Merrill, Bill Boucher, Richard Beals, Janine Ann Roos, and John Stevenson and David Light. Violence is directed by Norman MacDonald. The special music is composed and conducted by Marlon Skiles. Clarence Cassell speaking. This is the CBS Radio Network.
Time, the silent herald of life and death, success or failure, the unseen force that measures man's destiny, reaching its most fateful moment as it slowly strikes the 11th hour.
Now, you listen to me, Joe. I've been fishing in these waters here for more years than you got brains in your head. And I'm telling you, it was some horrible monster that came out of the sea. What it was, I don't know. But I'm warning everyone for miles around to stay out of the water. Because sure as my name's Sam Miller, anyone goes in that water afore the dark of the moon is taking his life in his hands. Shh! His lordship. Looks to be in a bit of a temper now, don't he?
Well, what is it? What is it?
If it please your lordship, my name is Sam Miller.
Never mind that. I know who you are. You're the fellow I caught poaching rabbits last month when I was walking through the woods.
Wait a minute. You didn't catch me poaching nothing. It's an honest fisherman I am, I'll have you know.
Oh, honest, are you? Let me tell you, I never forget a face. But if yours isn't the face of the rogue...
Oh, rogue, is it? You hear that, Joe? He calls me a rogue.
A fine one he is to be talking.
Why, you impudent loafers! Out of my house! Out of my house!
But, your lordship, we want to tell you
You tell me nothing, you thieving crooks!
Oh, it's thieving now, is it? Why, for 2 pins, lordship or no lordship, I'd bash that nose of yours so flat it'd look like a flounder.
Jenkins, throw these scoundrels out of here. Jenkins!
We'll go. We'll go. There'll be nobody throwing us out.
I told you, Sam, I told you.
Out of here. Get out. Out.
What is it, Charles? What's the matter?
These scoundrels...
Oh, we're scoundrels, are we, you old coot?
We was only trying to warn him that he shouldn't go out to
Not
sea.
another word. Out. Out. Jenkins, call the police.
Oh, come on, Sam. Let's get out of here.
Aristocrat, he calls himself. If he's a gentleman, I'm the Prime Minister.
And if you dare trespass on my property again, I'll have the law on your dirty necks, a pair of you.
There's no need to shout, Charles. They've gone.
Infernal rascals.
But I don't understand. They spoke of coming here to warn you.
Oh, warn me? Nonsense. Some tricky scheme that I didn't even give them a chance to exploit. Loafers, a pair of them.
But I know these men. They're from the village. Good, honest fishermen.
Honest? Oh, they're no good, Jane. Not one of them. If they keep up their infernal impudence, this community is going to lose my trade. You can depend on that. We'll never spend another season here, not if I've anything to say about it.
Oh, but this is our summer home, darling. Oh, come, you get yourself so needlessly excited. 2 men of the village come here with some sort of warning.
I'm warning them. Confounded shirkers.
All right. We'll drop the subject. Now, where's that guest of yours? You said he'd be here by 10 o'clock, and it's almost noon.
Well, my guest. Yes, that's true.
What is it, Charles?
Well, didn't I tell you?
Tell me what, dear?
My guest. It's not a man.
No?
No, it's Madeline Kay. You've heard of her?
Madeline Kay? Oh, no, I'm afraid not. Who is she?
It's a matter of business. I couldn't arrange to see her at the office, you know, because this little outing, so I asked Miss Kay to come here. Pay frightfully large fees, these Americans, you know.
American? Won't you please tell me who she is, Charles?
Surely you know her, Madeline Kay, film actress.
Oh, the big blonde wench we saw in that Bang Bang Gangster picture.
Oh, now, don't talk like that.
Oh, the picture was definitely a Bang Bang Gangster epic. I remember distinctly at least 7 of the gangsters died of lead poisoning.
Jane, you have the most outrageous sense of humor. I'm speaking of the woman, my client.
Oh, you mean she isn't a blonde wench?
Really, my dear, your choice of words is sometimes most inappropriate. Miss Kay is definitely an artist and my client.
Oh, yes, of course. But was it necessary to have her come out here?
Why not?
This is our home, darling.
But I told you it's most important that she consult me. Her financial affairs, you know.
No, I don't know.
Well, I'm trying to tell you. Great Scott, Jane, you're not going to be difficult just because I invited a client out here. Confounded silly suspicions.
Just a moment, Charles. I have no suspicion.
Well, your attitude.
And I have no attitude. You've invited this woman here on business, and I assure you I'll do everything possible to make her stay a pleasant one. Will she be here for dinner?
Well, to tell the truth.
For the weekend?
Well, a fortnight. You know how these Americans are, pushing.
A fortnight. Very well, Charles. I'll go and tell Jenkins to prepare her room. Oh, looks as though your guests have already arrived, Charles.
Charles! Oh, Charles! Here I am!
You'd better go out and welcome her.
Yes, of course. Are you coming along?
Of course.
Careful of that luggage, you idiot. If you scratch it, I'm going to be so
Did
mad.
you say for a fortnight, Charles? There's enough luggage for a permanent invasion.
Well, let's say she's...
Oh, Charles! Oh, Charles, how nice. You've come out your doorstep to welcome me, just like a feudal knight or something.
By George, Madeline, it's good to see you.
Madeline?
Eh? You said something?
No.
Oh, yes, Madeline. This is Jane, my wife.
How do you do?
Oh, how do you do? Charles, tell me, what do you think of my new car? Sharp, isn't she? You see, I did take your advice.
You must be tired after your trip, Miss Kay.
Tired? I'm never tired. Am I, Charles? You ought to know. Tried to walk my feet off around the deck. But I wore you down, didn't I?
Oh, you met on Charles's trip to America.
Madeline, you must be tired. Rest before tea, perhaps.
Rest? With all that beautiful ocean right there at the end of the lawn? I should say not.
Swim?
Oh, just what I need. Charles, why don't you get out one of your little boats and take me out there in the middle of that blue water so I can have a dip?
Well, let's
Of course you'll do as Miss Kay asks, Charles. Get out the skiff while I show her to her room. I'm sure she'll want to change before bathing.
Oh, yeah. I always use a bathing suit. At least while the sun's shining.
Run along, Charles. Get that little old boat out. You and I have all sorts of talking to do. Haven't we, darling?
Yes. Yes, of course.
This way, Miss Kay. Jenkins has already taken your things up. If you'll just follow me.
Sure. Why not? The last place I saw stairs like these was on a set in Hollywood. I've always wanted a place like this.
Yes, it's very pleasant here during the summer months, with the breeze coming in from over the bay. It's really quite nice.
Plenty nice.
Right in here, Miss Kay. Everything arranged, Jenkins?
Yes, your ladyship. His lordship gave me full instructions this morning. Miss Kay's rooms are just as he wanted them.
As he... Oh, yes, of course. In here, Miss Kay.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
The servants are off this afternoon. I'm sorry there's no one to help you unpack.
Oh, that's all right. I got a bathing suit right in this case here someplace. I think I can get into it myself if I hold my breath.
I did want to talk to you.
Talk? Go right ahead.
No. You want to dress?
Oh, stick around. We're all girls together, huh? What's on your mind?
You are very pretty.
And you're not as old as I thought you'd be.
You met my husband for the first time on the boat coming back to England?
Oh, these cockeyed blankety catches of all the rotten luggage. There. That does it. Now, where's that doggone suit?
You did meet Charles for the first time on the boat, didn't you?
Yeah, of course I did. Phew, am I putting it on in the wrong places?
Will your business keep you in England very long?
Long? I should hope.
Why have you come here, Miss Kay?
Charles invited me. Didn't you know?
Why have you come here?
What you mean is, Madam, are your intentions strictly honorable? I played a part like that once in stock, and was I lousy? Terrible.
Why don't you answer me directly?
Okay, why not? What have I got to lose? Even if you pass along what I say to Charles, he won't believe you. He's a gentleman. Or isn't he?
Tell me.
What is there to tell? You guessed it. Charles thought you wouldn't, but I knew you would.
It's been going on ever since he met you.
Oh, you catch on fast, don't you?
You are cold.
Sister, when you've been around the way I have, you get to know all the answers. And you make up a couple of new ones, too.
But Charles is over 20 years older than you.
Oh, and with $20 million more than me.
But you're wealthy.
Because I'm an American movie star.
I heard...
press agent stuff. 5,000, 6,000. Sure, I made that much a week. But I spent it, too. And now I'm on the skids, as far as Hollywood's concerned.
I beg your pardon?
Skids. You know, a one-way street leading down.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, I wouldn't talk like this to my own sister. But as long as you and me have got our hair down, what's the difference? Truth is, I'm just about washed up in pictures. Oh, not that I can't act circles around many of those little tramps they've got out there, but it's just that, well, I was way up there, and now I'm on my way down. That's that.
So you met Charles on shipboard and fell in love with him.
Love? Oh!
You're laughing.
Well, I'm sure not crying. Look, little Alice in Wonderland. I'm about as much in love with your husband as I am with that dressing table over there.
Oh.
But I am gonna marry him.
You what?
I said I'm gonna marry him.
My husband?
No, he won't be for long.
You either have a poor sense of humor or you're absolutely insane.
No, I suppose you'll pull the line about my husband loves me, he'll never leave me.
He won't leave me.
No?
I know Charles. There have been others.
But he never invited any of those others to his home, now did he? But he did invite me, and I'll stay here as long as I please. And in the end, I won't be the one to go.
How can you say such terrible things?
Uh-huh. Not so sure of yourself anymore, are you, Lady Jane? They've never been as pretty as I am, have they? And they never knew their way around the way I do now, did they?
You'll go. I won't permit you to stay.
Oh, really?
Charles wouldn't dare.
Ready, Madeline?
All ready. Come on in.
Well, what a charming picture you make.
I think so, too.
Charles, could I speak to you alone?
No, not now, Jane. I want to take Madeleine for a sail before the wind changes. Come, Madeleine.
Right with you. See you later, Jane.
Got to take my arm, Madeleine. These old steps are quite steep, you know.
Oh, yeah, Charles.
After all, I wouldn't want anything to happen to so charming a guest as you.
Oh, sweet.
Oh, Charles.
There he goes, Sam.
I see him.
But we ought to warn him.
I tried. You saw what I got? Fair booted me out of the place.
He's got his lady with him in the boat. We ought to warn her, at least.
His lady? Where's your eyes? That ain't a ladyship.
The sun's so bright on the water, I can't quite make out.
Her ladyship's a lady. She wouldn't be wearing a suit like that. Yellow and not enough of it to...
Aye, it's not her ladyship, is it?
What have I been telling you, you fool? Of course it's not her ladyship. Let them sail out there. Why should I warn the likes of them? No, I'll not waste a breath warning him or her. Not a breath.
Madeleine, you're maddening.
Now, Charles, steer the boat.
I'd give anything.
Anything.
Yes, just name it.
Not now. What was that?
What?
Well, didn't you hear it? Like a fish. Say, you don't have sharks in these parts, do you?
No sharks, of course not.
Well, there it is again.
Yes, I heard it.
But the water's so smooth.
Oh, it's just a fish jumping. Well, this is cozy. Becalmed at a very opportune time, if I may say so.
Yeah. I can't very well walk home, can I?
I'd give up anything for you.
You'll have your chance.
Anything.
Oh.
What is it?
Well, I thought I saw that rope up there move.
Rope?
Well, there's another one, Charles. Look, another one. Is it a snake? It came out of the water. Well,
oh, no.
Look, it's moving down along the deck. Charles, how can there be snakes out here?
Not snakes.
And what? I mean, tell me what? But there's two of them. They're slimy.
There's another.
And another one.
Coming out of the water. Oh, no, it can't be.
Well, what is it, Charles? What is it? What is it? Oh!
Hear it, Sam? Hear it?
I hear it. There's trouble out there.
But what I'm asking?
I can't see. They're too far off.
Listen to that. Sam, it can't be. It can't be that.
What else in the devil's name can it be? Heaven forgive me. I should have warned him. Dirty pride or not, I should have warned him. I should have...
Men, fishermen.
Sam, it's her ladyship running this way.
Heaven help her. What could she do?
Oh, help me, please.
Heaven help you, ma'am. What can we do?
Listen,
Did you hear them?
Sure we did, Mom.
Yeah, we heard.
Oh, they're in trouble. Something's terribly wrong. I don't know what. You tell me, you.
We don't know, Mum. We don't know.
Aye, and that's the truth, so help us.
See out there, they're waving their arms. It's something terrible. They're calling to us. Oh, don't just stand there. Get into your boats. We've got to get out there and help them.
Out there? Sam, did you hear her?
I heard her. But that don't mean I got to do it. Not me.
Oh, but you must.
Oh, no.
But my husband heaven only knows what's out there. Help me, I beg you. You've got to help me. Listen to them calling. Oh, help me in mercy's name. Help me to get to him.
Aye. Come in then, Mum.
Oh, God bless you.
Sam, have you lost your head? You're not going out there.
Stepping forward, Mum.
Yes.
Watch your step.
Sam, you're balmy. It's death out there. The death.
Hand me the oars, Joe, and shove her off.
Sam, you can't be going out there. It's the one that warned us off, the rest of us, and now you're going out yourself. You can't do it, man.
Hurry, Sam, hurry, please.
Shove her off, Joe.
No, Sam, I won't let you do it. Alone. Sure, I'll shove you. But I'm coming with you.
Oh, good man.
Oh, thank you, Joe. Only hurry.
That we will. Dig your oars in deep, Joe.
Deep it is. The devil himself may be waiting out there. We'll meet him. Faster now, Sam. Row faster.
Behind me, Madeleine. Stay behind me.
Horrible things reaching out. You gotta tell me what they are. What are they? Tell me.
Arms coming out of the water. Body must be underneath
What
us.
are you talking about, Charles? What body?
Its body. There, feel? Shaking the boat. It's holding on with those horrible arms.
Charles, what is it? What? Tell me.
A giant octopus. An octopus larger than this boat. See? Suckers on its tentacles.
Oh, Charles, my leg. One of those crawling things is on my leg. Get it out.
The boat! Lifting the boat right out of the water!
Can't you row any faster?
Sam, look!
Oh!
Why have you stopped rowing?
Look! The boat! It's turned over!
Oh, no!
They're fighting! They're fighting something in the water!
Row! We can't let them drown! Row!
No, we can't. It's a devilfish!
I see it too!
Oh.
Its arms! They're longer than the mast of the boat itself!
Get your oars, Joe! We'll get out of here!
Yeah. Let go of the oars, Mom! Let go!
No, I won't let you turn back! They're drowning! I won't let you turn back!
Let go of the oars, woman! It'll kill us too, can't you see? It's a devilfish! Bigger than 50 of these boats put together!
Let go, you crazy woman, you! What can we do against that thing?
It'll get us too unless we get out!
Oh, Sam, look! It's playing with them. A mouse.
Oh, no!
Those great slimy arms. Dropping them back in the sea again.
Charles!
Drowned him.
Charles!
Aye. Hold him under and drowned him.
No. Lifted him up again, see?
Charles!
He's dead anyway. He won't feel nothing. Joe, let's get out of here. Come on, ahoy.
No, wait, the woman. Let's go get the woman.
Oh, aye.
She's swimming for it. This way!
No, there's no time, Joe. We got to save our own skins. Get at the oars, man.
No, wait. Save her. It's too late for him, but we can save her.
Right. We'll get you, miss.
Help!
We'll get you, miss. Bring her around, Sam. Grab her, quick. Up you come.
You're safe now. You're safe.
It's gone. Hey? The monster. The devilfish. Gone under the water. Quick, put the girl down there for it and let's get out of here before it pulls us down. Right.
It's all right. You're safe enough.
Oh, it's horrible. Horrible.
We'll be on the beach in a few minutes. You're safe, I tell you.
Oh, he's dead, but I'm safe. Charles is dead, but I'm safe. He'll never kill me. Never. I'm safe.
Stop saying that. Stop it, you hear?
Pull, Joe, pull!
Why, what is it? Why have you stopped? We've got to get to shore.
Sam, something is holding the boat back. Look, over the port side.
The octopus! Row!
It's under the water, holding us back.
The tentacles. Horrible black things.
Pick it up with your arm, man. Twisted you all right out of my hat. Look, another arm. And they're all moving up toward her.
I'm safe.
Round her neck. It's wrapping around her neck. Dragged her overboard. The boat's free. Huh? Free, I tell you. Free. Let's let go of us. We'll get away. But what? What's that? Dragged her over and let us go? Aye, that's so. Picked her right up out of the boat. And now the water's so calm and clear. And his lordship and the blonde one dead. Dead under the sea.
Dead. And under the sea. Better so.
The silent herald of life and death, success or failure, the unseen force that measures man's destiny, reaching its most fateful moment as it slowly strikes the 11th hour.
That's the show for tonight. I want to thank you all for listening. And remember, you can find me on Facebook at facebook.com/terror1970, or you can find me on Instagram at Radio Show Nerd, or on Twitter at Radio Show Nerd 1. And if you want to drop me a line, say hello, a suggestion, a request, even a critique, feel free to email me at radioshownerd@gmail.com. Also, check out my YouTube channel. Subscribe, like the videos, will be highly appreciated. Again, this is your host, Keith, better known as the Radio Show Nerd, signing off.